Welcome to Classic Quest Games. In today's episode we are playing Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. We're going to do things a little differently today. Instead of me talking while I play and getting distracted and you having to listen to the game and me at the same time and all the key clicks, I'm going to do a voiceover and I'm just going to talk and we'll see how far we get. So, the reason I want to do this is I'm just switching things up. I've posted a whole lot of videos and gotten very, very few views, and this is just something different. I wanted to talk about life, I guess. I've been a gamer since before I can remember. My parents owned a Commodore 64. And I remember playing games on that when I was... Those are my earliest memories. Playing games on a Commodore 64. Crawling under the desk and flicking that switch and typing in the command prompts. It was my childhood. Those big old 5 1/4 floppies and, believe it or not, cassette tapes. We had several things recorded on cassette tapes for that. I think back on that and I just think that was incredible that they did things like that. And when I was a little bit older, we got a Sega Master System. Sega Master System 2 to be precise. It was the pared down home user version. And I spent hours and hours playing Sonic the Hedgehog and Alex the Kid in Miracle World and all those Sega Master System games that everybody played, I guess. And I loved it. It was my childhood. I'd pull sickies for school just so that I could stay home and play Sega. Didn't always work. Usually ended up getting sent to my grandparents' place, but, can't help but try. And when I was probably about 9, maybe 8, no, it would have been 9, my mother bought a brand new PC with the latest and greatest operating system of Windows 95. And I played Warcraft and so many games. I remember spending hours sitting in the living room downloading game files just so that I could play something new, something that I'd never played before. Pushing that computer to its absolute limit. It was so much fun. And when I was 18, I built my first computer. I spent just shy of $2,000 on that thing. And it had a big old plastic case and Windows XP, and I managed to buy the absolute last graphics card on the shelf at the computer shop of the high spec one. I can't even remember what it was now, it was so long ago. And ever since then I've just been building and playing and gaming and doing my thing. And at this stage in my life I am a middle-aged millennial. I've got 2 kids, an amazing supportive wife. Currently I am not working, and that is due to me being in a country not of my birth. That will hopefully change in the next few months, but for now, no work. So I game. And one of the things that nobody ever tells you when you're growing up, I don't know, maybe they do and we just don't listen, but when you get older, you get tired. Everything makes you tired. And games don't hold that same draw that they used to. You build this hobby base and you follow your hobbies, you pour money into it. It's something that makes you happy. And in one of my other hobbies, there's a thing called losing your mojo. It's where you still love the hobby, you're still all about the new releases, and you're all about the literature, and you're all about the lore. But as soon as it comes to the actual act, the actual practice of doing it, you're tired and you don't want to anymore, and you don't have time, and you don't have the energy, and that happens in gaming as well. You hit a point where your favorite game, you pick it up one day, you open it up, you start it, you're sitting there staring at the title screen, and you just think, I don't have the time for this. I don't have the energy for this. I want to play this, but I've got to go pick the kids up in half an hour. I've got to go make dinner in 20 minutes. And I need at least an hour to sink into this. Or I have to be up early tomorrow, so I need to be in bed in an hour. But I want to spend 2 hours on this, so I'm just not going to try. And things like this happen. And it's life. It comes and it goes. And there are days where it hits harder than others. Thankfully, I've managed to avoid it in the last 12 months, but 2 years ago, I'd start up a game and I'd stare at that title screen and I'd just think, I can't. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I'm just looking at this. The thought of pouring that much energy into this game is making me tired. And that made me sad. And it happens to everyone. And I thought for a long time it was just me. And then I was poking around on Reddit a few months ago, and I saw another post where somebody asked, does anybody else get tired when they look at their favorite game? And I realized it's not just me. It happens to everyone. And it sucks. And a big part of it is chasing the white rabbit, chasing that thrill of a new game. And the new games that are coming out now just don't seem to hold that thrill. There's no excitement, there's no thrill anymore. It's all just a rehash of the same thing, or it's too many other things all mixed together. There's no more of that simple hack and slash or click games, just games that you can pick up and yes, you get an amazing story, but you only have to spend 20 minutes on it or half an hour on it. All the games that are coming out now are designed to suck you in and make you sit there for hours and hours and hours. And when you consciously realize that, you just don't want to do it anymore. And that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be a casual gamer, even if it's just for a few days and you just want to be a cash for a bit. That's fine. Go. Do it. Be cash for a bit. Games are going to be there tomorrow. They'll be there next week. They'll be there next year. Because they're part of our lives. And game manufacturers will keep making games for us. As long as we keep buying, they keep making. but we have to demand quality. The more of these poor examples of a reskin that we buy, the more of them they're going to pump out, because they don't have to put effort in. So demand quality. Demand effort from the game makers. I'm getting very sidetracked here. As you can see, today we are playing Diablo 3. I haven't played this in, I want to say close to 10 years, but I'm sure I've played it more recently than that. Part of the reason that I named this video that I haven't played it in 10 years is because I've opened it many, many times over the last several years and looked at that title screen and gone, I don't have the energy. And for a long time before that, I was boycotting Blizzard because of the strike of the game makers, the poor conditions that they were presenting to their game makers. And that is an old argument. And it probably ended long, long before I picked up any Blizzard games again, because I don't pay a huge amount of attention to the news anymore. There's too much depressing stuff in it. If you want to be depressed, go watch the news. That's kind of how life works. As for this game, I've played all the Diablo games. I've hunted for the secret cow level. I never got there. I never found it. I've heard of many, many people who said they did, but I never found it. Diablo 3, for me, was just a hack and slash. It was clickbait. I never really got far with it. I never even finished it, but it's one that I enjoyed because I got to kill a bunch of stuff and click on the screen a lot. It was simple. It was basic. I didn't have to pay attention to the lore. It was a great game for half an hour of just run around and click the mouse. And that's why I'm playing it today. It's one that I can just sit and play and have fun with. But that's enough about me. I've talked your ear off far too much already. I'm hunting for that white dragon. I'm trying my best to get my mojo back. I love gaming. I'm an old school gamer. I've been gaming for over 35 years now. It's something that I love. It's part of my soul. It's part of my anatomy. And I want to keep doing it. And I just need to keep trying and keep pushing and keep enjoying as much as I possibly can. And I hope you all do the same. This isn't me saying goodbye or anything like that. This is me just making a video, and you'll get another one on Friday. I hope you enjoy this one, and I can't wait to see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Old Tristram, Diablo himself once walked this place. Old Capo smiles on me.